everyone. I'm Donna Bush here with your CIG TV News Brief on this Friday. Tonight, the 29th of September, divers from around the world and right here in the Cayman Islands will be recognized for their contributions to the industry. One of those being honored is Caymanian Cameron DeHue. We caught up with him recently where he talked about when he first heard the news and what he would say to other young Caymanians about having a career in the dive industry.
It feels great. You know, there's some professions where you know a prize is going to be presented or a promotion is going to be given at the end of a certain time or when you complete, you know, something. But with diving, we just work and work and work. And if you ask any dive instructor here on island, none of them will tell you, oh, I'm working towards being inducted into the Hall of Fame at 25 years old. Like, no one thinks about that. And there's a lot of days where I feel like quitting, I feel like changing profession. I teach a lot of school students, and teenagers can be difficult to teach at times. And especially with me being a local, they look at me as like one of their own, and because I'm young, so a lot of times like it's kind of hard to, you know, have that authority figure. So, you know, when I'm trying to tell them to do things, sometimes it's hard. So it's a lot of like ups and downs that I went through with diving. So to be awarded and recognized finally in this kind of caliber, this kind of, you know, level, it feels amazing. It feels amazing because you never really know who's watching and who's paying attention to what you do. So, you know, it feels good to know that someone was watching me and someone thought, well, hey, he should be inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Scuba Diving Hall of Fame. So yeah, it feels amazing. We have so many different things that are playing into our favor. All we got to do is apply ourselves and go for it. And in terms of not knowing if you want to do diving, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do diving either. But trust me, it was the best decision I ever made. And what's the most that can happen? You're going to learn CPR, first aid, how to drive a boat. And if you don't like it, you still have those skills. And you can still go somewhere else and explore. But me personally, I would recommend doing it because a lot of tourists, when they come here, they tell me, like, it feels so good to finally have a Caymanian tell me about the island.
Every year, as persons are inducted in the International Scuba Diving Hall of Fame, residents and Caymanians are honored for their work by the organization. We say a huge congratulations to all of them. Well, Red Bay Primary School students extend a helping hand to the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association of the Cayman Islands. The students demonstrated their compassion and commitment to making a positive impact on their community by generously donating to Adasi recently. The charitable initiative, inspired by Mrs. Sophia Hamilton, a former teacher at Red Bay Primary School, marks the second year of support from the school to Adasi. The students, who raised close to $1,800, were educated about Alzheimer's disease through an engaging video presentation titled, "What is Alzheimer's Disease?" an animated story specifically designed for children. Samantha Connolly of Adasi says the organization extends its heartfelt appreciation to the students, teachers, and staff of Red Bay Primary School for their compassion and generosity. Commissioner of Police Derek Byrne is days away from turning the RCIPS's leadership over to his designate. This week, Mr. Byrne met with the local media to talk about issues such as the various agencies they work with to solve crimes and the rationale behind having limited resources.
The police are working with the Director of Public Prosecutions. The Director of Public Prosecutions has his, you know, Crown Counsel that's working with the Grand Court, Magistrate Court, all the way through to Privy Council. And in general terms, the court system, the criminal justice system here works very well. And the prison then, if you speak to the Director, he will tell you that the house is pretty full up there at the moment, and that, you know, people are being sentenced and being convicted, and for his part then the director and his team are trying to provide opportunities for those people to rehabilitate and get second chance opportunities for when they're released, that they might be able to take up some type of employment. People talk about the rationing of limited resources. You're trying to move around your team. There's only so many CID personnel. There's also so many people in MASH. We're trying to make people cross-functional. We're trying to keep the frontline service. We're trying to make sure alarms are responded to, accidents are responded to, assaults are responded to. You know, we're keeping CDC up and running. The police do a whole lot of things. It's not just the front line, as you would think, you know, the officers in the car responding. There's a whole lot of stuff that makes up the police service.
The RCIPS's change of command ceremony takes place this weekend. Turning now to our forecast. Tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of overnight showers. Seas will be smooth with wave heights of less than 2 feet. The 2-day outlook is for light winds and seas through to Sunday afternoon. We want to remind you can find the latest on local weather conditions online at weather.gov.ky, or you can go to the Cayman Islands National Weather Service's Facebook page. Well, if you're watching us on YouTube, remember to like, share, and subscribe for all your key government updates. That ends today's news brief here on CIG Television. I'm Donna Bush, wishing you a safe and, of course, a wonderful weekend.